Everyone, thank you for joining us here on KREM 2 News at noon. I'm Laura Papetti. It is good to be here today. This afternoon, we are getting a little break from the rain. Meteorologist Thomas Patrick is letting us know when to expect the next round of wet weather. And Thomas, you have some pretty unpredictable weather heading our way as well.
Yeah, and I had just kind of mentioned it, thunderstorms. But in February, that is rare stuff. But we are in between storm systems at the moment, between yesterday's heavy rainfall, which is about 3/4 of an inch of rain, and before we get to our batch of thunderstorms for tonight. But our next storm also will offer a whole lot of wind for the region, actually a bit of a windstorm across the entire Pacific Northwest. We just got this in from the National Weather Service about 20 minutes ago. Wind advisories going into effect for tomorrow's forecast here. This is 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. for tomorrow for Spokane, Whitman counties, most of eastern Washington included in that. Some of the gold shaded areas that you see around this, including for Seattle, those are high wind warnings, a bit more severe for those regions. Meanwhile, flood issues still ongoing. The normal flood spots and flood prone areas, low-lying areas will still continue to experience flood issues for today. That's why there are flood advisories and flood warnings respectively for the inland Northwest. But that was more yesterday's weather, and now this absolutely massive storm system. I can't understate how powerful this is looking right now, turning into a full-fledged windstorm for the Northwest here. Rain already for the I-5 corridor from Seattle to Portland. That is the storm that is heading our way later on for tonight. So we do have a weather impact alert day, not just for the flood potential, but now also for thunderstorms between about 4 and 8 o'clock for this evening. Coming up, we'll show you what areas will be most in line for thunderstorm. That's right, February thunderstorm activity for tonight, and how strong the winds are going to be felt for tomorrow. So a lot to get to in about 15 minutes here at KREM 2 News at noon.
Thomas, thank you. And today we are tracking road closures and flooding, as Thomas has been talking about, all across the inland Northwest. So let's take a live look this afternoon at a stretch of the highway near Fairchild Air Force Base that is still shut down due to flooding. And you can see the water just sitting on the roadway there. WashDOT reopened the road earlier this morning, but they had to close it again. So again, this is near Fairchild Air Force Base. And a variety of state highways reopened this morning after flooding from the weekend. Take a look at your screen. We have a list of the roadways that had been shut down and are now reopened. Again, these are highways impacted by floods. For the latest on road closures and openings, go to our website. We have everything posted there on krem.com. And as we continue to keep an eye out for flooding, WashDOT is reminding drivers to be really cautious when out there on the road with all this heavy water. Due to the melting snow, the unpaved back roads are taking a serious hit. Like this one, this is in Cheney. WashDOT says water and debris are on roadways all across eastern Washington and causing some issues.
Do not drive through standing water over the roadway. You never know just how deep it is, and you never want to get into a situation that you're going to get your car stuck.
So the National Weather Service says these are some of the places to really watch out for. So we really want to point out a couple, including Hangman Creek in Spokane, the Palouse River in Potlatch, and if you haven't already seen it, Spokane city officials are encouraging people to clear storm drains as well, because as you heard from Thomas, we are expected to get more rain today and in the overnight hours. So taking a look there. It is 12:04 right now. A Pullman firefighter is recovering in the hospital after getting hurt in a head-on crash with a semi-truck a week ago today. Peter Lopez crashed while driving home after working a 48-hour shift. Peter was trapped in the car for more than an hour. Right now, a GoFundMe's been set up to help pay for her medical bills. And turning to the Idaho legislature now, the state wants to crack down on lying. Our news partners at the Coeur d'Alene Press reporting that a new bill would make it a crime to knowingly communicate false statements about another person. Now, the penalty under the bill would be up to a $100,000 fine and up to 5 years in prison, or you could get both. They'd also be on the hook for any damages caused by that lie. Some Republicans voiced their concern that the bill would be infringing on freedom of speech. The bill is now cleared to return for a full public hearing. We'll certainly keep you updated on that. In the meantime, a large ceremony Saturday night honored 6 seniors on this year's Gonzaga basketball roster. The Zags needed a win to maintain a chance of sharing the West Coast Conference title. St. Mary's, however, won the game 74-67. This does mark the first time Gonzaga has lost 4 conference games since the 1991-92 season.
The seniors just voted on that. That didn't have anything to do with the game, okay? I mean, like I said, we fought back into it, and much like at their place, just came down to making plays down the stretch. They did obviously a much better job. I mean, that 7-point swing was tough to overcome.
It's a special place to play hoops. You get chills every time they do Zombie Nation, so it's a special place to play. And it's unfortunate we couldn't get the win on senior night in front of them because they're the best fans in the world.
GU travels to Santa Clara tomorrow night, and tip-off is set for 8 p.m. The Gonzaga women's basketball team celebrated senior day as well at the Kennel. The Zags honoring all 5 of their senior starters. The Zags had a couple of chances to win it late, but a turnover and a missed layup at the buzzer ended with a heartbreaking loss. But the Zags were positive in post-game.
I mean, it's kind of bittersweet. Like, obviously we wanted a win to like top off our day, but I mean, being able to have this day with these girls beside me is a win in itself.
The Zags now need to win to clinch the top seed in the WCC tournament. They'll be back in action Thursday night at Pacific.